When I was a child, I had a wigwam in our back garden, a circle of thin yellow cotton draped over a bamboo pole and pegged to the lawn. Every time my parents argued, that was where I went. I would lie on my stomach with my fingers in my ears and stare so hard at the red animals printed on its bright decorative border that after a while they began to dance and run, until I wasn't in the garden anymore but out on the plains, wearing a fringed deerskin tunic and feathers in my hair. Just like the Braves in the films I watched every Saturday morning in the cinema down the road. Even at an early age, I found it preferable to be outside in my little tent rather than inside the house. The tent was my space. It was as large as my imagination, which was infinite. But the house, for all its grandeur and Georgian spaciousness, felt small and suffocating. It was stuffed with things, as well as with my mother and father's bitterness. They were both archeologists, my parents, lovers of the past. They had surrounded themselves with boxes of yellowed papers, ancient artifacts, dusty objects, the fragile, friable husks of lost civilizations. I never understood why they decided to have me. Even the quietest baby, the most house-trained toddler, the most studious child, would have disrupted the artificial, museum-like calm they had wrapped around themselves. In that house they lived separated from the rest of the world, in a bubble in which dust motes floated silently like the fake snow in a snow globe. It was not the child to complement such a life, being a wild little creature, loud and messy and unbiddable. I liked to play rough games with the boys instead of engaging in the sedate, codified exchanges of the other girls. I had dolls, but more often than not I beheaded or scalped them, or buried them in the garden and forgot where they were. I had no interest in making fashionable outfits for the oddly attenuated pink plastic mannequins with their insectile torsos and brassy hair that the other girls so worshipped and adorned. I had little interest even in my own clothes. I preferred making mud missiles and catapults and chasing my playmates till my sides hurt from a combination of laughing and stitches, building hides and running around half naked, even in the winter. "You little savage," my mother would admonish, accompanying the words with a sharp smack on the backside. "For God's sake, put some clothes on, Isabelle." She would say this with all the severity her clipped French accent could deliver, as if she thought she could imprint civilized behavior on me by the use of the full version of my old-fashioned name. But it never really worked. My friends called me Izzy. It fitted the chaos of me, always buzzing, always noisy. Such a trial.